It's taking too long to upload that video, but I'll say this. Um, I asked, oh my God, you know what? I'm just going to say this straight out. Gathering and spreading information, why not just ask me to myself? There you go. Like, am I angry with my Auntie Marianne? Yes, for not being transparent. And then with the whole privacy that went on since 2015, like, I can't believe she didn't just ring me after Giovanni sent her that bullshit text message in December 2015. And he can't say that, oh, because, like, okay, stop. Giovanni did that to be a cunt. The 19th of December 2015, I kicked Giovanni out. Okay. And I told Brett Aikenhead to fuck off and stop hanging around. All right. They were just being assholes to me. Both being absolute cunts. Okay. I didn't want anything to do with either one of them. And that's the facts. So that's the facts there. So my family should have been more transparent with me. Just ask me. Like, seriously, you get a message from an ex-boyfriend, like, I don't care anymore. I'm not going to say I ever hate Marianne because I don't hate Marianne. I'm angry with her. But I just can't. Like, with the way that things went in the last 9 years, I honestly can't. I think that's what makes these video posts so good as well, because it gets it all out. Whether I use them, they're going to be up there on YouTube, but it does get it out. It's like, look, this is just so wrong. And then twisting social media. Can I just say one thing with social media? There was some weird, crazy Facebook posts that were on my stepbrother, Daniel Rackley's Facebook. And you can see his Facebook has him and his daughter on the Facebook and so forth. When I was in America, I even had people think that that was me. I don't think I look like my stepbrother. He's fat, and I'm better looking than my stepbrother. Anyway, did have people think that was me, and like my stepbrother and Faith Rackley in one of the photos, and it's not. It's my stepbrother, which is Faith Rackley's brother. It's my stepbrother, Daniel Rackley, and his daughter. So that happened. And there was some weird Facebook posts. He's obviously, like, on his Facebook, he had a lot of depression and a lot of suicidal. It even, one Facebook post said when he was suicidal. Now, I explained this in 2017 and 2018 when organisations such as St. Vincent's had information that was to do with my stepbrother. And I said this. I tried to speak up several times, and I said, but that's my stepbrother. When I asked Marianne and other family members to help, they weren't being transparent. They weren't listening. Despite me being stupid from 2016 to 2018 when I was being a smart ass to people. Oh, yeah, I was a real pranker, being a dickhead to the idiots. I wasn't impressed to be monitored and surveillanced at all. Nor was I impressed to be lied about. But that just went too far. So I actually did have, was it the Michael or Matthew Talbot Centre? Whatever it's called. A social worker from there came and spoke with me in 2018. First, when I talk about betting on horses. I'm like, I don't know, I don't bet, but I do like listening to the races and going to the races. It reminds me of my grandfather. So listening to the races always reminds me of Reg. Because he was always at the races. He owned paces and trotters. And like I come from a racing family, but betting. So first of all, he was talking about. So they thought I must have lost all my money from gambling because of the acting scene in 2017. I've lost everything. I didn't lose anything. It was an acting scene. It was as simple as that. It was an act. It was from the movie. So it's a monologue from the movie Arthur. That's in the 80s. It was that simple. You were breaking the law, looking into my apartment building, so I was giving you a show. That wasn't real. I didn't lose anything. So there's that. And then the guy wanted to talk to me about my favourite football team, which was the Dragons. He said, my favourite football team's not the Dragons. I've never followed football. I follow soccer. I've never followed football in my life. Like rugby league, I follow soccer football. The Dragons rugby league team was my stepfather, Mark Rackley, and his son, Daniel Rackley's favourite football team. So this person had information that was directly related to the Rackleys. My stepbrother, Daniel Rackley, and my stepfather, Mark Rackley. But he was told that this was me. And I follow rugby league. I've never followed rugby league in my life. Ever. I follow soccer. So I follow football, soccer football. And Del Piero, Juventus, there's other teams. So this actually happened. And none of my family was listening to me when I was trying to explain it. Then my mother did say, look, you've let it go. Why even let these people worry you? Let it go. Like, you've got your green card to America. I have my green card since 2014. Go and live your life. So I did. I packed up. I had my savings still, my assets, my belongings, and I moved to America, where I've held a green card since 2014. And the issues now is the fact that the trouble didn't stop from 2015. It didn't stop in 2015, didn't stop in 2016, didn't stop in 2017, didn't stop in 2018. I moved to America. These people kept it going in the US. In 2019, and it continued. So I came back to Australia, leaving everything behind and now I've definitely lost everything because of the trouble that they caused me to sort it out legally. So New South Wales police can't say they're not responsible. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. I made several phone calls to you in 2015 and 2016. Yes, you are. And what were you doing with your ridiculous behaviour of monitoring and surveillance? Like, you look like idiots. Your little bullshit in 2018 in Woolloomooloo. You put on a show for me, so I put on a show for you. Do you think I was having a breakdown next to that drag queen, pretending to cry because of police brutality? The whole scene you put on with the Aboriginal under the bridge? That was me acting. There was a surveillance camera right there in front of me. You like the show I put on for you? You put on one for me, I put on one for you. You look ridiculous. Like, you weren't doing your job, what your job's supposed to be doing. What are you so left now? Like, you seem to be woke leftist idiots. Seriously. You get told the truth by me, you don't listen, and then you continue to do this to my life since. It's like, man, I told you the truth in 2015. I told you the truth in 2016. You didn't listen, but you did this. You did that. So then I walked up Cathedral Street to turn right on the Forbes Street, and I played another little prank back to you. Like, seriously. Now, I have told you people the truth. And I have told you when I was getting harassed by organisations, social workers, support workers. It's ridiculous what's gone on since 2015. You chose to not listen to me or believe me. It was your choice. I told you in 2017 at Surrey Hills Police Station about my mother. Not close to her, so stop her doing this trouble. Put a restraining order on her, put a cease and desist order. Okay, you were told this. Oh, it's your mother. Okay. Your understanding of what a mother is compared to mine, completely different. So don't project your life onto mine. You have to look at things the way they are. Okay, Carol should have had a restraining order or cease and desist order. Everyone that was causing these issues should have, and it should have stopped. You didn't do your job. You thought I was mentally retarded. You thought I was using drugs. You thought I was a drug user. You thought I was depressed. You thought I was suicidal. You thought I was having a psychotic breakdown. You thought I was having a breakdown. There was all sorts of rubbish going on. So every rumour I heard back, I just played a little prank. Just to make a fool out of those people just a little bit more. That's all it was. I'm going to leave that there because I don't think the last post is going to upload. But like I said, I told you the truth about Giovanni. I've sat down, taken the time to put together all of the timelines for years, dating back my entire life. Well, I already had that together for immigration years ago, most of it. I've never needed it. But still, I've got all my family heritage, history, timeline, how I grew up, what I did, so forth. I've put together stuff to do with my relationship with Giovanni, people to do which weren't affiliates of mine, Having sex with somebody in the gay world just means you're having sex with somebody. Doesn't mean you're having a relationship with the person. You don't know them. It's the same as straight men going and visiting a prostitute. They have sex with a prostitute. The only difference is straight men have to pay for it. Gay men don't have to pay for sex. Okay? Better for us. So you wouldn't say that you have a relationship with your prostitute, would you? I mean, that's a bit weird if you said that. Same thing. If I have a sexual encounter with somebody, I'm having a sexual encounter with that person. I'm not having a relationship with that person. And that's where you've involved people into my life that don't know me in the last 9 years since 2016. Or even since 2015, because you also involved Brett Aiken into my life as well. It's like, yeah, a sexual encounter. Nothing to do with me. So, yeah, that's gone on. So you were wrong. It's plain and simple, you're wrong. Should never have gone on to begin with, but it did. So here I am going to keep fighting back because there's no way I'm going to let this go after we're talking about this amount of damages. Oh, last thing. Asthma attacks and allergies. I'm prone to them. As soon as spring comes, I'm prone. I will start stocking up on allergy tablets and asthma puffers. You can hear it in my chest. I cough up. I'm so blocked. Right through spring and right through summer, I look terrible. I'm always have allergies and so forth. So if I'm having an asthma attack, for an example, let me explain something to you stupid people. If someone can't breathe, you can't breathe. You can't get oxygen into your lungs. You can't breathe. You're hyperventilating. An asthma attack. 2017, I had a couple of asthma attacks. Oh, by the way, when I was falling down in the apartment, that was fake. Same as 2018, that wasn't real. I knew you were watching. I was just trying to pretend to faint and fall over and see what you were going to do. I wanted to prove that you were surveillancing into my apartment, so I wanted to see if you were going to call someone so I could try and get you busted for spying into my apartment. So no, I wasn't. Yeah, I didn't faint. I didn't have a fit. Oh, he keeps falling down all the time. Yeah, no, I didn't have any problem. I was bumping into the furniture. No. None of that was real. I just knew I was getting my life spied upon and prying. So all I wanted to see was if I could get someone who was spying into my apartment to call, so then I could have them arrested. Yeah, because I knew that was going on. But the asthma attack, yeah, the asthma attacks are real. That's not a pseudo seizure. That's not a pseudo seizure. I said this before. I had an asthma attack in 2016 at Dr. Peter Vutos. I couldn't breathe, and it was a really hot pollen day, and I couldn't breathe. And like now, I can't breathe. I've got phlegm, I've got mucus, the back of my throat, you can hear it, my nose is blocked up. I've got my puffer beside my bed, and so forth. I have really bad allergies and asthma. I have really bad respiratory problems, and after having pneumonia, I had pneumonia in 2016. Then I had to have a meeting regarding Star Casino in late 2016. And I'm still recovering from pneumonia, and I couldn't breathe. And I'm there, I can't breathe. The bastards turned it into something it wasn't. I'm like, I can't breathe. But then I had my asthma, I had my puffer, everything fine after a while. So that's an asthma attack. Plus someone that just had pneumonia. I just had goddamn fucking pneumonia. What is wrong with people? What the hell is wrong with people in this world? I just had pneumonia in 2016, which also worsened my asthma. And I'm having asthma attack as soon as spring comes. As soon as that hot wind comes. Like, I'm better off at the beach where you've got the sea ocean breeze, especially my lungs and so forth. As soon as there's dust flying around like there was today, oh my God. As soon as there's pollen in the air, there's dirt, burnt leaves, there's dust, I am having an asthma attack. I am having allergies, and I've been like that for a very long time. Okay? Why would you twist that into something that it's not? Who does that? That's the last thing I'm going to say, but what sick-minded people twist something like that into something else? It's plain and simple an asthma attack. It's that plain and simple. This is where I find it to be extremely scary and medical negligence. You must really want to push your own narrative and agenda with scamming money from the government if you're going to take an asthma attack and try to turn it into something it's not. That's medical negligence. I'm literally petrified if I ever have an asthma attack again and someone goes, oh, he's ODing or something else. It's like, I really can't fucking breathe. My airwaves get blocked up. I can't breathe. It is so horrible. It's so scary. It is really bad. My chest has gotten so bad over the years. Yeah, it's horrible. And nothing worse than turning around and going, oh my God. So someone said it was a pseudo seizure. No, it wasn't a seizure. It's an asthma attack. Literally saying I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't get oxygen into my lungs. And as soon as the warm weather happens, this happens. I'm going to go to the chemist tomorrow and get allergy tablets. I'm going to get stock up on my puffer and make sure I've got plenty of medication during this weather especially when I'm on an area that's full of grass and dirt and everything that's going to trigger off my allergies and asthma. I was walking through the city today and I was like, oh God. I went into a business in Elizabeth Street after breathing in dust that was blowing from the city. And I went in and I was like, give me a glass of water, could you? And I just had to rinse the back of my throat out of it. Because it was just blowing this hot breeze of pollen. I was like, I didn't bring my puffer with me. I was like, great, didn't bring my puffer. So I know to bring it with me. But yeah, that's what it was. I can't believe this has happened. It's sick. It doesn't match what people have assumed. Does not match the medical documents. So the medical documents are the medical documents. They're there. Blood results, breathing results, chest. It's like, okay, here's the medical documents. Here's the medical documents that said I had respiratory problems in 2016. I had pneumonia. Here's the medical documents that say I've got asthma. My medical team know what I've got, and you're not these government departments that want to slander me. Government departments have slandered me. Police have. But they're not entitled to have my medical documents or to know my health records. And they did slander me, whether they want to say they didn't or not. Yes, did. I've read through the Freedom of Information Act what they actually wrote down in some of those documents. I haven't got all of them. But I'll tell you now, I'm not adopted. So that's down somewhere that I was adopted. I've never been adopted. I've never said I was adopted. And I've never said my pop Stanley Fleming was adopted. What I said was my pop Stanley Fleming was an orphan and he was raised by Edith Kavanagh. That's what I said. Okay? Never said anything other than that. I never said I had AIDS. Someone made some story up that I was dying of AIDS. I'm like, I never said that. Where are you getting this information from? Never said that either. Some other stuff that was said. I never said I was suicidal or had any other issues. There was all this weird stuff that's been said. I'm like, okay, but I've never said this. I never said my last name was Rackley. That's insane. That's my stepfather's last name and my stepbrother. My last name is Fleming. So there's all this information that's been floating around for years. I'm like, well, it didn't come from me, and I'm the person themselves. So you should have just gathered the information from me. Oh, I love when organisations go, oh, we get the information from whoever we get it from. I'm like, well, then you're subjected to a lawsuit. Well done. You didn't get it from me about me. You caused negligence, so you're subjected to a lawsuit. And you are. Whether you like it or not, you are subjected to a lawsuit. I'll see you in court.